we're going to start today. We're going to do a bit more core stuff today. So we're going to start, as usual, sitting on our mat. So just acquaint yourself with your seat bones. We're going to just rock side to side on those seat bones. And then come to rest in the middle. And then round back a little bit. And then sit up a little bit. And then rounding back a little bit. And then sliding your hands forwards towards your feet. Rolling forwards onto your front bottom. Reaching forwards, soft knees, pushing the right knee down a little bit, and then pushing the left knee down a little bit, right knee down, left knee down, and then soft knees and pull yourself forwards a bit more. And then pushing the knees down and sitting up vertically. Hold the fists on the floor, push yourself forward, push yourself up and straight. Take your head all the way up into the sky. And then resting on those seat bones, rolling those shoulders, staying up nice and tall on top of them though. Staying up nice and tall, rolling those shoulders. So really forwards, up to 12 o'clock, back to 3 o'clock, down to 6, forward, up. Back, hold them back, put the hands on the floor behind and push yourself forward. Straighten those elbows. So you can have your fingers, I've got my fingers pointing away to start with, it's a bit more kind on the wrists. Pushing that chest up and forward. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And then release. And then put your hands so the fingers are pointing outwards. And straighten those elbows. Pushing yourself forwards, lifting the chest up. And then release and turn your fingers towards your bum. And push your wrist, push the balls of the hands on the floor. Straighten the elbows and push up the chest. So you get a different stretch. You feel more in the arms when you have the fingers this way. And more in the shoulder blades when you have them the other way. Release your hands, resting on your bum, rolling yourself forwards towards your feet. Nice soft knees, reaching forwards. Push that right leg straight, push that left leg straight. Push that right leg a bit straighter, push that left leg a bit straighter. Pulling yourself forwards, push both knees down. Now sitting up nice and tall, I'm going to round the back down, all the way down to flat on the floor, all the way down to flat. Take your arms over your head, pushing that right hand up away from the right foot, and pushing that left hand up away from that left foot. Pushing both hands away from both feet. Reaching and stretching. Bring those arms all the way down back by your side. Palms up, slide your fingers under your bum. Push the elbows into the floor and lift that chest up high. High as you can, just rest on the back of the head or the sort of top edge of the head and the bum. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, breathing in. Open the chest, breathe out and push that breastbone up to the sky. And then release, lower down to the ground. Pull the right knee into the body, pull the left knee into the body, lift that tailbone up, rolling that tailbone up, popping the feet on the floor, slide those legs out long, put your hands under your bum again. Push off the elbows, lifting all the way up onto the top of the head this time. Squeeze those shoulders together, push those fingers, push those toes away from you, drawing in the core. Squeeze the shoulder blades and open the chest. Drawing in the core, looking after the lower back, and lower yourself back down to flat. Bring the left knee in. Bring the right knee in. Hug those knees. Lift the tailbone up. Pop those feet flat on the floor. So keep the knees bent. Rolling the shoulders into the floor, sliding them down, reaching your fingers towards your heels. Breathing in on the out breath, peel the bum up off the ground. So pushing off the heels, toes are soft. Squeezing with the bum and lifting that up into those hip flexors. Put your hands on your bottom and push your bum up as high as it can go. Focus on your knees being parallel, or your thighs being parallel so your knees aren't wide. Squeezing with the bum, put the hands on the floor again, reach towards the heels, lengthen your neck, breathing in. Breathing out, lower that vertebra down one at a time. Keep your tailbone high. Bum is the last thing on the floor, so work all the way through the vertebra, all the way through and down. Arch the back at the bottom. Breathing in and then out and peel and lift all the way back up again. Lifting all the way up. Squeezing with the bum. Pushing into those hip flexors. Keep those thighs parallel. Lengthen the head and neck. Breathing in. Breathing out and rolling all the way back down to the floor again. All the way back down. Arch the back at the bottom. Breathing in. On the out breath, rolling the back all the way up. Squeezing with the bum. Take the arms all the way over your head. All the way over your head and reaching your fingers away from your shoulders. Squeezing with the bum, breathing in on the out breath, rolling the back all the way back down to the ground, keeping the arms flat. Good, arching the back at the bottom, breathing in on the out breath, rolling all the way back up. Lifting, squeezing, keeping those arms on the floor, push those fingers away from the body, squeezing, breathing in and out and rolling all the way back down to the floor. This time, bring your arms back over by your side. Lengthen your legs out. Slide your fingers under your bum. Breathing in on the out breath. Push off those elbows. Come up onto the top of your head and your bum. Pushing off your elbows. Squeezing your shoulders together. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And lowering down to the ground. Bring the left knee in. Bring the right knee in. Lift your upper body up off the ground, fingers towards your toes. So your knees are 90 degrees. Fingers are pointing towards where the feet are. Upper body is up off the floor. Breathing in on the out breath. Take that right leg out straight if you can. Bring it back in. Take the left leg out straight if you can. Bring it back in. If that's too hard, keep the knees bent and just tap the right heel down on the floor and lift up. So we've got our shoulders off the ground. Tap the left heel down on the floor. Bring it up. Right heel down on the floor. Bring it up. Left heel down on the floor. Bring it up. Right heel can go a bit further away and bring it back. Left heel a bit further away and bring it back. Bit further away, bring it back, bit further away, bring it back, and then release. Hold on to the knees, hug the knees into the chest, lift that tailbone up off the ground. Take the arms out wide, dropping the knees over to the right hand side, turning the head to the left, stretching that back. Push that left knee away from that left hand. Breathing in on the out breath, bring those knees up and take them all the way over to the right hand side, to the left hand side, sorry, and turn the eyes to the right. Really pushing those knees to the floor, pushing those fingers away from you, pushing the fingers away from each other. Trying to get that right ear on the mat if you can. Bringing those knees back up, dropping them over to the right again, turning the head left, trying to get the left ear on the floor, pushing the fingers away from each other. Pushing, pushing, pushing. And then lifting the knees up, turning them over to the left, and turning the head to the right. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Bring those knees back up and hug the knees into the chest. Lifting 2, lifting 3 times. Feet on the floor. Roll the shoulders into the ground, slide them down towards your waist, pushing the fingers down. Lift the right foot off the floor and lift the left foot off the floor. So focusing on the neutral spine, lengthen the head away from the tailbone, roll the shoulders into the ground, sliding them down, feeling the ribs on the floor. Flatten your back into the ground with your feet off the floor. Arch your back up with your feet, keeping your legs still, arching up. Flattening that back down into the floor. Arching up. Flattening that back into the floor. So we're keeping the thighs still. Now come to that neutral spine position, so it's a little bit raised on the waist. Right leg extends straight up into the sky. Push the knee straight. Bend the knee down. Left leg, push the knee straight. Bend that knee down. Right leg, push the knee straight. And a circle. Circle to the left. And a circle to the right. Keeping that core strong. Bend that knee. Left leg, straighten it. Keep that core strong. Keep the shoulders into the floor. Keep the ribs into the floor. Circle to the left. And a circle to the right. Bend that knee. Extend both knees up straight. Keeping in neutral. Heads on the floor, shoulders on the floor, ribs on the floor. Little raise of that lower back. Legs pushed up to straight and then bend them. Legs pushed up to straight and then bend them. Legs pushed up to straight. Bend the right leg a bit and lower that heel to the floor. Heel to the ground and lift it back up. So we're making the lever a bit shorter than straight. Lowering to the floor, keeping the torso still, lifting back up, no pivoting of the pelvis. Lowering that right leg to the floor. Keep the left leg straight, bring it back up. Extend that right leg straight, bend the left leg a little bit. Lower that left leg to the floor. Lift it back up. Lower it to the ground. Lift it back up. Lower it to the ground. Lift it back up. Extend it straight. Hands out to 45 degrees on the ground. Straight legs, and we're going to do circles to the left. So that's 1. And that's 2. 1 more to the left. 3. Putting the shoulders into the floor, circles to the right. 1. 2. 3. Soften your knees, bring your arms back by your side and lift your forearms up so they point to the sky. So just the upper arms down. You can soften your knees and we're going to lift the tailbone up off the floor. Lifting and lowering. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keep those shoulders down. Lift and lower. If they're lifting, you can take your arms out wide so the back of your hands are on the ground. Lift and lower. 2 more. Lift, lower. 1 more. Lift, lower. Good. Keep those knees bent to 90 degrees, shoulders on the floor. Taking that left heel, tap it on the floor, lift it up. Take the right heel, tap it on the floor, lift it up. Take the left heel, tap it on the floor, lift it up. Take the right heel, tap it on the floor, lift it up. If you feel like it, both legs, both heels, tap down to the floor. If that's too much and your back's moving, continue with individual legs. Tap it to the floor and lift it up. Tap it to the floor and lift it up. holding those knees bent. See if you can extend that right leg straight and bend it back in. Take that left leg straight and bend it back in. Take that right leg straight, bend it back. Take the left leg straight, bend it back. Take the right leg straight, keep it straight and take it straight up to the sky. Good, bend it, extend it, straight up to the sky. Bend, extend, straight up to the sky. Bend that knee. And now the other leg. Extend it out straight, straight up to the sky. Bend it, extend it, straight up. Bend, drawing your core in as if you're stopping yourself having a wee. Extend, straighten up. Bend, extend, straight up. Bend it. Okay, right foot on the ground, left foot on the ground. Hands on the floor beside you. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, slide them down. Feeling that back on the floor in neutral. Drawing in the core like you're squeezing, stopping yourself having a wee. Flatten your back and come up into the bridge. Lifting all the way up. Holding yourself here, breathing in on the out breath, rolling all the way back down, one vertebra at a time. Breathing in at the bottom, breathe out, curl and lift all the way up. Holding yourself here, push through your heels and lift your toes off the floor. Pushing through your left heel, lift that right foot straight up off the ground. Put that right foot down. Lift that right foot up. Put that right foot down. So I'm bending my knee to put it down. Lift that right foot up. Put that right foot down. Pushing off both heels, lengthening my shoulders, pushing the fingers down towards my heels. Push off this the right foot and lift the left foot straight up off the ground. Bend and replace. Lift and straighten. Bend and replace. Lift and straighten. Bend and replace. Squeeze the bum, lift it up high, breathing in. On the out breath, rolling the vertebra all the way down to the floor, one vertebra at a time. Arch the back at the bottom. Lift the right foot up, lift the left foot up, hug those knees into your chest, bring your nose to your knees and stretch that back and release. And nose to the knees, stretch that back and release. And nose to the knees, stretch that back and release. Put those feet on the floor, slide them away from you. Turning over onto your tummy. Turning over onto your tummy. So, our hands next to your head, forehead on the floor. Lengthen those toes away from you, clenching your bum, tighten your thighs, point your toes. Drawing in your core like you're stopping yourself having a wee, lift your tummy button off the ground. Roll your shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky, around and down. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky. Keep them at like 4 to 5 o'clock. Lift those hands up off the ground, hands and forearms up and lower. Hands and forearms up and lower. Hands and forearms up and whole arm up. And touch the elbow down. Breathing in. Breathe out, lift the whole arm up. Trying to keep the hand above the elbow, lengthening the legs away from you, drawing in that core. Lower the arms, lift the arms up. Lengthen those toes away from you, touch those arms down. Lift those arms up and lift the head up too. Pulse those arms up higher. 3, 2, draw the core in. 1 and hold. And lower everything down. Breathing in. On the out breath, lengthen the legs away, lift the hands and forearms up, lift the elbows up, Lengthen the legs, tighten the thighs, tighten the bum. Lift the forehead up off the ground, eyes to the floor still. Pulsing those arms up. 3, tummy engaged. 2, 1, hold, and lower. And again, breathing in. Breathe out, lengthen the legs, lengthen the head, lift those arms up, lift the head off the ground, draw in the core, tighten the bum, lengthen those legs. Pulse the arms up. 3, 2, 1, hold. Lift the left leg up and release. Lift the right leg and release. Lift the arms up again. 3, 2, engage the core. 1, and release. Good, breathing in. On the out breath, lift the hands and forearms up, lift the head off the floor, lengthen the legs, tighten the bum, draw in the core. Pulse those arms up. 3, 2, 1, hold. Lift the left leg up 3 times. 2, 1. Lift the right leg. 3. Draw the tummy in. 2, 1. Hold those arms. Lift them up again. 3, 2, 1, and release. Slide those elbows towards your side bit. Engage your bum. Lengthen your legs. Push your toes away from you. Breathing in. On the out breath, come up into the cobra. Coming up into the cobra. Sliding the chest forward on the mat. Lengthening those toes away from you. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. And release. Good. Breathing in. On the out breath, squeezing, lifting up into that cobra again. Pulling those shoulder blades together. Still got my forearms on the floor, lengthening my legs. My knees and toes are off the ground. I'm pulling my elbows back towards my waist, pushing my chest forward. And release. Good. Slide your hands down near to your waist or just below your chest line. Breathing in. On the out breath, shoulders back and down, lengthen those legs, push those toes away, lifting up onto the pubic bone, extending my chest, pulling my shoulder blades together, tightening my core so my lower back's protected, and lower back down to the ground. Breathing in at the bottom, breathing out, shoulder blades rounded and back, lifting, pushing off those hands, lengthen those legs, my feet are off the ground. Clenching my bum, clenching my tummy, coming up onto my pubic bone. Breathing in, breathe out and lower. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out, shoulder blades back and down, lifting off the ground, pushing off my hands, coming all the way up onto my thighs and knees. Tighten, clenching my bum, pull the shoulders back and down, tightening my tummy, protecting the lower back. And lower back down to the floor. Good, breathing in. On the out breath, lifting off the ground, roll the shoulders back and down. Push those toes away from you, clench your bum, engage your tummy all the way up onto your knees, straighten those elbows. Push that chest forward, tighten the tummy, shoulders back, tighten the thighs and just lift those knees off the ground. Drop the knees to the floor, bum in the air, back into child pose. All the way back into child pose, reaching the hands away from you. Reaching the hands away from you. Moving the hands to the right hand side of the mat. And stretching that left side. Hands back to the centre and moving them to the left side of the mat and stretching that right side. Stretching, stretching, stretching. Come up onto all fours. Hands under your shoulders. Arching the back up, eyes to your knees. Sinking your back down, eyes to the sky. Pushing the chest forward, arching the back up, eyes to the knees. Sinking the back down, eyes come up to the sky. Pulling the knees apart on the mat, spreading the buttocks, turning the elbows forward. Neutral spine and gliding backwards onto your heels, not child pose, just to glide back, closing that hip. Come back up to vertical and glide back. Come back up to vertical, holding yourself here. Turning the elbows forward, putting those shoulder blades together, drawing in that core. Lifting the right knee off the mat, pulling in the knee to the elbow, and then the leg out straight, clenching with the bum. Knee to the elbow, it should hit the floor as it comes through. Out straight. Pulling the left knee outwards, so we're engaging that left buttock. And out with that leg. And in. And out. In. And out. Put that leg back on the floor. Left leg, take it out straight. Pull it in, knee to the elbow. Out straight, knee to the elbow. Eyes to the floor, lengthen your tailbone away from your head. Knee to the elbow, out straight. Knee to the elbow, out straight. Into the elbow, out straight. Put that knee on the ground. Okay, right knee, out straight, toe to the ground, lifting the toe, lifting the leg up straight. Toe to the ground, lifting it up straight. Toe to the ground, lifting it up. Down to the floor, lifting it up. Down to the floor, lifting it up. Hold it straight, bend the knee, push the heel to the sky. 1, 2, 5 of these. 3, 4, 5. Swing it under the body, turn the elbows forwards, swing it out, the leg out sideways and in. Elbows are forward, shoulders are back. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing that leg up, pass the heel to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straighten the leg. Tap to the floor. Torso stays still, just the legs moving. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring that knee back and rest it on the ground. Left leg out straight. Tapping to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend that body. 5. Out straight, bend the knee, pulse the heel to the sky. 1, 2. So the rest position's horizontal. 3, 4, 5. Slide the leg underneath you. Glide it out sideways. 1, 2. Pulling that right knee out sideways against it. 3, 4, 5. 5 more. Pull that right leg out so the glutes supporting the body. 2, 3, 4, 5. Swing that leg up behind you. Pulse the heel to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straighten the leg, tapping down. 1. If your wrists get sore, go on your knuckles. 3, 4, 5. Bring the rest that knee back on the floor. Back into child pose and stretch out that back. Stretch out that bum. Pull the fingers forwards onto the mat. Pulling the fingers forward onto the mat. Gliding and coming back up onto all fours. Back up onto all fours. Turn that left hand palm up and slide it under your body. Pushing off your right hand, turning the shoulders, giving the hands and wrists a break. Lifting over, turning the body over. Breathing in and out. Reaching that hand and then back up onto all fours. Turning that right hand palm up and sliding that through. Sliding that through, pushing off that left hand, pushing that right hand through and breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And reaching a bit further. And then back up onto all fours. Come down onto your elbows, link your fingers. Legs out straight behind you. Into a plank. Roll the shoulders back. And we're going to glide forwards over our hands and glide back. Gliding forwards. Gliding back. Forwards and back. Forwards and back. Forwards and back. One more. Forwards and back. Drop the knees down. Bum in the air. Back into child pose. And then come back onto those elbows. Legs out straight. On into the plank again. Holding yourself here. Lifting that right foot off the ground. Put it down. Shoulders back. Lift that left foot off the ground. Put it down. Lift your bums a bit higher. Sarah, lift your bum a bit higher. Right foot off and down. Sandra, down a little bit. Left foot up and down. Right foot up and down. One more. Left foot up and down. Knees down. Back into child pose. Back into child pose. Lower yourself down onto your tummy. Put your hands down by your side, palms up. Drawing in the core. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky. Lift the arms and upper body up. Lifting the arms up, eyes to the floor. Lengthen the head away from the tailbone. Roll the shoulders down and release. Breathing in. On the out breath, roll the shoulders up to the ears, lifting off the floor. Push those fingers to the toes, eyes to the floor. Roll them down and release. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift the shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky. Lift the upper body up, pushing those fingers to the toes. Clench the bum, lengthen the legs, knees and feet off the ground. Tummy button elevated, pulsing those arms up. 3, 2, 1. Around and down. Breathing in. On the out breath, roll the shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky. Lengthen the legs, knees and feet are off the ground. Draw in the core and lift the tummy button up, resting on the bottom ribs. Pulsing those arms up. 3, 2, 1, and hold. And again. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Lift both legs up. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Lift arms and legs. 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky. Lift the upper body up, lengthen it, lengthen those toes away from you. Now bring those arms around to in front of you. And then bring them back to next to you. Lengthen your legs, bring your arms out around and in front, draw the core in. Bring them back next to you and release. Good, breathing in and out. Bring those hands next to your chest. And we're going to go up into just basically through cobra up onto all fours. So breathing in, breathing out, push those toes away from you, shoulders back and down, lifting up off the floor, drawing in the tummy all the way up, bum in the air, back into child pose. Back into child pose, and then we're going to come up onto all fours. Rest that head on the ground. Lengthen that neck. Come up onto all fours. And walk your feet towards your knees towards the front of the mat and sit yourself down. Sit yourself down. So sitting up here with our legs out straight, roll those shoulders back. Roll those shoulders back. Put the fists on the floor next to you. Lift your body up off the ground, nice and straight. Pull those shoulders together and then lower yourself down. Bend your knees in a bit. Body straight, arms horizontal, gliding back. Gliding forwards. So the back of your head is in line with your spine. Gliding back. You haven't got your forward head like this. Your head's back. Gliding forwards. Gliding back. Hold it there. Lift that right foot off the floor. Lift that left foot off the floor. Hold yourself strong here. Take your arms straight up. Bring your arms down. Take the arms out wide. Bring the arms back in. Feet on the floor. Sit yourself up and forward. Neutral spine, chests up. Sandra, chest up. Emma, chest up. Glide back. Right foot off the floor. Left foot off the floor. Right leg out straight and bend. Left leg out straight and bend. Right foot out straight and bend. Left foot out straight and bend. One more on each leg. If you want to hold behind your thighs, you can. Left leg out, bend, feet on the floor. Extend the legs, sit yourself up, glide yourself forward. Round yourself forward and stretch that back if it's tight. Come back up to vertical. Roll the shoulders back and down, arms horizontal. Lean yourself back, bending the knees, lean yourself back. Left foot off the floor, right foot off the floor. If you can, arms up straight. If you want to put your feet on the ground, you can. Bring those arms back down. Arms up high. Bring those arms back down. Arms out wide. So I'd rather you kept your body leaning back, arms together, and your feet were on the floor. Arms out wide. Arms together. Let's see if you can. Arms up high. Shaky belly. Arms down. Feet to the ground. Lift up to vertical. Straighten the legs a bit. Gliding forwards. Gliding back. Gliding forwards. Gliding back. Hold yourself here. Keep your feet on the floor. Arms up vertical. Hands on the shoulder. Hands out wide. Hands on the shoulder. Turning left. Straight. Right. Straight. Left. Straight. Right. Straight. Turning left. Straight. Right. Straight. Arms horizontal. Gliding up and forwards. Gliding back. Hold yourself here. Right leg off the floor. Left leg off the floor. Hold behind your thighs if you want, or keep your arms up here. Left leg out straight and bend. Right leg out straight and bend. You can hold your legs if you want. Hold on to that knee. The bent knee, bend, straighten and bend. So I can hold my right knee, straighten my left. And bend, hold my left knee, straighten my right. And bend, or I can have arms away. One more in each leg. Out, bend, out, bend. Hold your feet off the floor. Hold your knees and pull your knees into your chest. Stay balanced. Chest open, shoulders back, head back, spine straight. Chest up, feet still off the floor. Good, okay, pop your feet on the ground, extend them away to straight, sit yourself vertical, arms horizontal. Breathing in on the out breath, round that pelvis down into the floor. Rounding down, arms over the head, reaching the fingers away from the toes. Right hand from right foot, left hand from left foot. Take those fingers all the way up to the sky, chin into the chest, rolling yourself all the way up, reaching over your feet, sitting up nice and tall, breathing in on the out breath, rounding down to the ground. All the way down, arms over your head, arching your back, right hand from right foot, left hand from left foot. Arms up to the sky, chin into the chest, fingers towards the toes, come up to halfway. Up to halfway. Holding at halfway, breathing in, breathe out, lowering down to flat. Arms over your head. Reaching both fingers away from both toes. Arms up to the sky, chin into the chest, coming up to halfway. Up to halfway, staying in this halfway position. Breathing in on the out breath, rolling down to flat, arms over the head. Pushing those fingers away, breathing in on the out breath, hands to the sky, rolling all the way up to sitting. Sorry, halfway. Breathing in on the out breath, rolling all the way down, arms go back over the head. Bring those arms back down by your side. Roll the shoulders into the floor, slide the fingers down the floor, neutral spine. Drawing in that core, lift that right leg straight up into the air and lower that right leg down. Lift that left leg straight up into the air, lower that left leg down. Continue with individual legs. If you can, do both legs together, both legs up. Drawing the core in, keeping that neutral spine and lower both legs down. Neutral spine, lengthen the head from the tailbone. Breathing in, on the out breath, lifting all the way up. And then lowering all the way back down. And breathing in. On the out breath, lifting all the way up. Flex those feet, lower those feet down. Point those toes, lift those legs up, flex those feet, lower them down. So you can either do individual legs or you can have your knees bent. One more, point the toes, lift the legs up, flex the feet, lower the legs down. Keep them on the floor, lift the hands off the ground. Breathing in, breathe out, chin into the chest, roll yourself all the way up. Reach above those toes, soften those knees, pull yourself forwards. Breathing in and out. Lifting yourself up tall. Take your hands out wide above your head. Thumbs onto the top of your head. Push your fingers all the way up to the sky. Feel yourself reaching up and feel your tailbone pushing down. Lengthen from your fingers to your tailbone. Push your heels away from you. Lengthen your legs, bring those arms out wide. Bring them in front of you. Gliding forwards. Gliding back. Gliding forwards. Gliding back and then roll down to flat. All the way down to flat. Bring your right knee into your body. Pull that knee up towards your armpit. Pull that knee up towards your armpit. Breathing in on the out breath, pull that leg all the way over your body and reach your right hand away from you. Reach your right hand away from you. Turning your head to the right, trying to push that right knee away from the right fingers. Right fingers away from the right shoulder away from the right hip, turning that right ear to the floor. Breathing in and out. Roll over onto your left-hand side and pull that right foot up behind you. Pulling that foot behind you, pull your shoulder blade back and together. Release that leg. Roll back onto your back. Pull that knee back into your body. And take that leg out straight. Pull the left knee into your armpit. Pulling that knee in. Breathing in. On the out breath, pull that leg all the way over your body. Pushing your left fingers away from your left shoulder away from the left hip away from the left knee. Trying to get the knee on the floor, push the shoulder on the floor, turn the ear so it's touching the ground. Extending that right foot away from the top of the head. Rolling over onto that right hand side. Take your left leg up behind you and pull that knee back. Stretch that hip. Breathing in and out. Pulling that leg back and then rolling back onto your back. Pull that knee back up into your armpit. Stretching the groin, pushing the right toes away from the left knee. And then pull that right leg in as well, so both knees are up. And drop your knees apart so you feel the stretch on the inner thigh. Stretch on the inner thigh. And then pull those knees together and pull your nose up to your knees, tailbone up off the floor. Extend those legs out straight, take the hands over the head. Lengthen the body, push the right fingers away from the right toes and the left fingers away from the left toes. Bring those hands all the way up to the sky, chin into your chest. Roll yourself all the way up to sitting, reaching forwards towards your toes, stretching that back. Pulling yourself all the way over. And then sitting yourself up to vertical. Pop your hands on the floor beside you. Push your body up tall so you go up nice and straight. Lower onto your middle bottom. Take the arms out wide, hands up to the sky. Palms together, touch your forehead with your hands, and then push those fingers up to the sky, keeping your arms back so that the upper arm is next to your ear. You can look up to your hands if you want, pushing your fingers up high and your tailbone down into the ground. Push those heels away from you, drawing in that core, take those hands out wide. Put them down on the floor, push your chest forward, squeeze your shoulder blades, and then release and put your hands on your thighs and roll your shoulders. Well done, everybody.